Welcome to a new edition of Yep Yeah Yes with Marissa and Tamika.
Hi.
Today we're going to be talking about parents. Could you let me do the intro before you start talking over what I gotta say? Parents who use their privilege to advance the livelihood, college, the life altogether. Use their privilege to advance their children in American society. But first, in the words of Julie Chen Moonves. Marissa, how are you?
I'm great. How you doing?
Good. So before we get into this, this is going to be a brief show. We both went out for a drink and dinner. We're tired. We want to go home.
We're chomping on gum.
So
we have Patron.
We have Patron. Casamigos. Shout out to Elaine for the hookup with that in terms of knowing
guacamole.
what the fuck to buy. It's a late night. We're tired, like we said, and it's going to be a very short show. But we want to deliver because we put it out there yesterday. We're going to talk about this, so we want to deliver to the 2 or 3 people that download our podcast. With that being said,
I'm good. Tamika, how's your cough?
It's there, but not as bad as it was.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, so what's up?
I have to say this. I said this to you before. I want the same vitriol. I want the same vehement reactions. I want the same loathing that we get for some people who forge documents to create a better life for themselves, as well as these quote unquote well-to-do parents that are paying for a college experience that their kids did not earn on their own. Did you see Rob Lowe tweeted about his honest and hardworking son?
I don't want to hear from fucking sex lies and videotapes Rob Lowe.
Okay. Anyway, let's get back to it. Go ahead.
What do you mean, go ahead?
What? Okay.
Okay, so here's the thing. There are people that are currently in jail right now serving hard time because they wanted their child to go to a better elementary school, a better middle school, a better high school, and so they used their grandmama's address as their permanent address, got caught, and now they're in jail.
Yeah.
So as much as I like Aunt Becky,
I ain't busting that bitch out of jail.
No, she needs to realize what hard time. You know what did it in for me? Like, I felt a little bit of sympathy, and then I saw the YouTube channel of her daughter talking about college is about partying and having a good time, and she doesn't really like education, as you guys can tell.
And she didn't really even want to go.
She didn't even want to go. She didn't have to go, but her mother insisted she go because I never went to school, so I want my, another example of a parent forcing their inadequacies. Okay, I had a tequila or two, okay? Forcing the inadequacies on their children because they didn't measure up to what they wanted in life.
They want what
so now
they
have kids. Right. Bitch said, I don't want to go to college. Mother's like, you going $500,000. And then the other thing about that is like,
didn't they have to post their house for bail?
They put their house for bail.
Where's your money? I thought Massimo was sold in Target. Where's your money?
$500,000 up to send your kid to college.
Where's your money, Aunt Becky?
Where's your dough?
Where's your money, Aunt Becky?
So is she off a full house now? They haven't announced anything.
Oh, she'll be
gone.
They're
gonna kill her off, you think?
Yeah, she ain't coming back. And Felicity Huffman, I'm really disappointed.
With her $15,000. All that, was it worth it, bitch? 15 grand. 15 grand is like my level.
Well, one of the my level.
You know what I'm saying?
My level.
That's my level type of fucking
that ain't
money.
No Desperate Housewives.
Fuck 15 grand. Bitch, you need to go. If you go to jail, you go to jail with $15,000.
You stupid.
You didn't do it right.
You did not do it right. Yeah, you did not do it right. But do you think so? There was a statement put out where that the children have not been charged with anything for a reason. They claimed that most of them had no idea that this was going on.
Oh, please.
But do you think that schools should review their academic records.
Yes. I think about, like, okay, so there's people
So
that
what about the few kids that got there and now they're doing really well? Should they get to stay?
we need to know if they're doing really well. I need to know everything.
All right.
Although it ain't my business, it ain't unless you tell me that my it's the damn tequila, my damn tax dollars paid had anything to do with this.
Oh yeah, that's none of your, yeah.
But my thing about this is the Lori Loughlin. Bitch, you spent $500,000 for your daughter to go to USC.
Ew.
Really?
USC. Ew.
USC?
500,000. Ew.
The best thing they known for is like the Ball family for basketball.
But like really, no. But the thing is, it's like 500,000. Like how fucked
maybe
up?
They would use UCLA. My bad.
But how fucked up was her academic record? 500,000.
Go on YouTube and see this bitch talk. I think it
thanks.
actually came down. I think she actually took it down. And then on top of it, fact, you know how she found out? I know, I'm extra right now.
On top of the fact,
You know how she found? She was on a yacht with the university.
This is such a Becky thing to do. Go ahead.
No, not Becky, the daughter.
But it is such a Becky thing to do. She's on a yacht.
Becky with the good hair, daughter, was on a yacht with the head of the university of USC and his family.
What?
And he was like, I think it's best that you fucking go back.
You fucking leave. You get on a dinghy right now, bitch.
So they turned the boat around and went back to California, dropped her ass off. I don't know if like they went back to the Bahamas. It's like, wow, she whack. Because the minute somebody messed up, it's like, oh, I don't know her.
White people are like that.
White people?
I don't know.
They're going to do that.
You.
Like, they're going to be all Mariah Carey on a bitch. I don't know her.
I don't know her.
But she, like you said, she lost to Sephora, the college student.
Yep.
And then
endorsements.
Becky lost Hallmark.
Yeah. Where you gonna work, Aunt Becky?
Hopefully she is Target now gonna drop Mossimo?
I don't know.
Which is the husband's brand.
They weren't really like fucking with him that much as they were before.
But I mean, the product is
still there. But they were still there, yeah.
I don't know. Regardless of all that, what are your thoughts on this? I mean, I look at it as privilege because in my mind, it's like white people always have an advantage. Whether it's true or not, as a black person, that's how I always view. White people always have a step ahead. And so the fact that you paid $500,000 to get into a whack school, I'm not going to say, okay, it's not a whack school. And by all means, obviously.
But it's just USC. I'm not saying that it's.
I mean, even the Harvard and Yale.
But it's attainable.
Obviously, it's attainable.
But you took that shit away from somebody else, is what I'm saying. At the end of the day, you took that shit away from somebody else. Because you paid for it.
Right.
As opposed to somebody earning it. That's where my problem comes in.
So what now?
What now?
What are your, like, do you think that you would ever use your privilege? So let's be real. You have privilege. I have privilege in my own right. We all have some semblance of privilege. Whether it's like a little bit more disposable income, connections with the school board, whatever the case may be, whatever you're trying to gain access. With me, it could be one, it might be.
I can tell you, without a shadow of a doubt, I would. Would I go to the extent of $500,000 or $1,000? No, I would not.
So you would illegally?
No, I would not.
So what are you saying? You like, just said to the extent I would.
Like if I had a relationship with somebody, I would ask them, I need you to look at this. I need you to look at this application again.
No, but that's not what they were doing.
That's what I'm saying.
They had somebody
but you're saying
in there
my privilege.
Checking.
No, but you're asking for my privilege with what's attainable to me at the moment.
Right.
I would absolutely use my privilege to mine and my children's advantage. Absolutely. Would I pay for them for something that they didn't earn or deserve? Absolutely not.
Well, considering my privilege, would I work to get them free lunch at ShopRite? Yes. That's the extent of my privilege.
ShopRite does not serve free lunch.
My staff works in ShopRite and Key Food. Would I try to see if the deli department would help them out with lunch every day at ShopRite? Yes.
Yeah. But would you ask them to throw a hock of ham in the back of the truck every day?
No.
No.
This goes back to our days when we both worked at Sam Goody, and you find out all these stories how people were stealing shit. I'm like, where the fuck was I? How come nobody told me? I always think about the episode of The Jeffersons where I don't remember the exact scene, but Florence was like, how come we overcame and nobody told me? Because it's during the civil rights movement that obviously when the Jeffersons were filmed. And it's like one of those things where that's how I've lived my life in my entire life. Yeah. It's like shit be going on around me. I don't know, but like, how come you didn't tell me? Like we was rioting. You know what I mean? So, anyway.
But I just think about. I think about. Would I use my connections to have a second look at something? Absolutely. I don't think. But I also know that I put a sense of work ethic into my kids. They're very little. But I want them to achieve things, and I want them to feel like they've earned it.
Right.
I can't see. The thing is, okay, so now I pay $500,000, $500,000 for you to get into USC, and then what?
Then what? It's USC. You're paying more than actual tuition.
Which is the dumbest shit ever. Which makes me think like maybe she should have tried to work hard to get into fucking California Community College, Lori Loughlin.
You know what else I think about that too? It's like you spent $500,000 when you could have donated to like the library fund and probably got them in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
$500,000. You could have spent $1 million really, because $500,000 for her
each.
and $500,000 for the.
And you ain't got no money to sit on, and you got to put up your house and bonds.
I don't understand that.
Where's your money, Aunt Becky?
That's whack, yo. These celebrities.
That's
man.
why she looks so hungry. She looks so skinny. She's not eating.
I'm not gonna put that on there. I'm not gonna talk about appearance. Let's not go to appearance, Marissa.
She looks
appearance.
Hungry.
You hear me? Appearance.
Appearance.
Let's not go into the appearance. Let's stick to the facts as we know them to be. The thing about it is
she paid $500,000 to get her daughters into USC.
$1 million, really, for both daughters. Ain't that some shit?
I can't imagine.
Bitch out here, I still got student loans.
Me too.
I'm gonna be 45 years old in 2 days.
I got $1,300 left on my student loan.
You lucky.
I know.
Bitch, I got 20-something thousand.
Oh my lord.
I'm almost 45 and I got $20-something thousand still in student loans. And mofo is looking at me like, well, you didn't work hard enough.
Oh my gosh, if people only knew how hard you actually work.
I try. It can't go on like this forever.
But see, this is the whole thing about the makeup of privilege that people don't realize. Privilege just doesn't come from having a large bank account. It comes from a multitude of things. And you have to look at the whole gamut of it. You know, some people have advantage by having adults, their caregivers, their caregivers in their life. You know, getting into college is not easy. But understanding that it is attainable, yeah, with student loans and everything like that, you don't always have to walk away with $180,000 worth of debt for a liberal arts degree. But people don't know that.
Right.
People don't realize how attainable it is. So if you don't have an encouragement of your adults and your peers and your peer group, it's impossible. You would think to yourself, community college, and then that's it, or not even.
Right.
Oh, that's just not an option for me. In my, you know. But then not only that. Now, do you know how hard it is? I know this sounds so silly, but not having a proper breakfast in the morning and you can't think while you're sitting there. That means
a lot.
And you can't you can't sit and think while you're sitting there in a math lesson. Do you know what that does to a body? You miss one component of this math equation, you can't get it for the rest of your life. So if you have a household that has a stocked fridge where you can sleep safe at night, get a good night's sleep, eat breakfast, and get to school safely, that's an advantage. And that's the thing that I think people forget when you have privilege. Privilege doesn't just come with a supposed bank account.
No, I just had a memory of when I was a young teenager or whatever, and the mind just left me. Oh. So go ahead.
But I'm just saying all that to say, you know, I will say that I have, you know, growing up very lucky. I did go to very good schools. I feel like I was surrounded by people that consistently told me how attainable things were,
Right.
and how easy things were, and how not impossible things are. That is a very high level of privilege,
Yeah.
where it was never the conversation within my adult group was never, oh, you can't do that, or that's for those types of people. It was like, well, it's really easy. You know, there's people that walk over to where people mountain climb to, and when you have people around you that tell you, oh, that's just 2 steps over there, it's really no big deal. That's a huge privilege.
It's weird because I didn't grow up that way. I don't believe I did, and I apologize to my family members who may disagree with me. I went to college, but it was always like, well, you're the first.
And that's the thing, I'm not, and that's a very big advantage.
That makes a difference.
Huge advantage.
Then when my cousin went, it was like, wow, she got into Howard. Like, to get into Howard University is that's
big.
elite for black college, HBCUs. That's elite. And so, and then we have no kids. Me and my 2 cousins, first cousin, we have no children or anything like that. But it's like, does that end there? But that's not what I was gonna get into. Now I forgot again.
Like, I think about my daughter.
Oh man!
My daughter's
Every time you start to talk about it, I think to myself, then I remember. But
just
I'm gonna cut you off.
So I think about, like, my daughter's consistently talking about, she's a young child. She's 8. She consistently talks about, I want to be an astronaut. To her, that's not a fantasy. That's for her, in her mind, that's a reality. And the conversation is like, that's
you're not
okay.
telling you, well, you're gonna be a secretary.
No, but it's
that's
like,
how it was though.
And when she talks about college and getting her PhD, it's never like, well, we got to see what it's like. It's like, no, it's gonna happen, and you're gonna do it, and that's what it is.
Right.
And when she says, well, are you gonna help me? Like, how am I gonna pay for it? And I'm like, it doesn't matter. It'll get paid for.
She's thinking about the cost of it.
She has on occasion, but
that doesn't seem like she's 8.
Because I think she watched a program that talked about, like, I think she watched an old.
Don't put that on. It's probably you.
No, on Netflix. She likes to watch those old programs. And honestly, when it comes to financial things with her, with all my kids, I really am like, it doesn't matter. It's no big deal. We got it.
Don't do that either, though.
No, but they're respectful.
No, I'm not talking about that. Kids can't think that money grows on trees. That's the one thing I will say about your kids. They think that money is just like everybody got it. They don't understand.
No, I speak to them.
I know you think you do. I've had conversations with them. I'm not trying to be like blow up your family or nothing. Like, I'm really not. But I've had conversations with them. Like, I give them $1 and they're like, thanks. But they don't realize, like.
I will say this to my kids, money doesn't matter. I don't
but
know.
That's not
I don't
good,
know.
though.
I don't know if they don't respect it yet. I also think that they're very young.
You're never too young. If you can earn it, if you can open a birthday card, read the card, and notice that it's $20.
No, I get that. No, I get that. But I do have conversations with them to appeal to their sensitive side, where I want them to understand how lucky that they are, and what a privilege it is to what their environment is. But as far as like understanding it to the full capacity where it becomes part of their ethos, I think that's just going to come at a later date.
I understand that. I just, I sit on the side where I'm like, I notice things different because I'm not in the household.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, seeing them once a week or whatever, and it's like, mofo, you better recognize I just gave you $2 $2 that I could have used to get a scratch off.
My $2.
Or cold cuts. $2 you can get cold cuts.
You can get cold cuts.
So I don't know, but they're young. I want to transition because it's a short show to that's trending. I have no idea what's trending. We didn't talk about a topic.
Instagram and Facebook was down.
But I mean, God forbid I get the sentence out. God forbid. That wasn't what I was going to talk about.
What were you going to talk about?
No, it doesn't matter.
No, say please.
Animals are part of our family too.
Oh my gosh. Homie.
But we can talk about Instagram and Facebook.
No. Back to animals are definitely part of our families. I'm very, very sorry.
So today, no, you're not. No,
yes,
I know you are. I know you are.
Get out of here.
I know you are. I know. Because today, my mom had to put our beloved Chihuahua Minnie to rest. And although it's not trending, it's trending within our family.
Yeah.
So, not everything is about TMZ. But Minnie meant a lot to you.
Yeah.
Of course, you meant a lot to me. It's funny, we'll give you guys a little background information. So, back in 2005, I fell into hard times. I really did. I lost my job. It was just a very rough time for me. And Marissa, she had just bought a home. And, she was with her husband. And it's like, most people, like, we're going to try to, figure this out for ourselves. Marissa insisted that I move in with her. And I moved in with her. In spite of the backlash that I got from her side of the family, my side of the family. It was like, what the fuck are you doing? They just got a house together. But Marissa knew how important, she wanted to take care of me. In the midst of that, my dad, his dog had puppies.
Your second litter, right?
Her second litter. And I fell in love with one of the dogs, which is Minnie. And I'm still living with Marissa. Oh, there's our guy Frank. And I shouldn't be deviated.
Talk about me, bitch, right?
I know, but it's like that's
okay.
Anyway, so I'm like so caught off guard right now because I was like, okay. Anyway, shout out to Frank. If you're listening to this, I'm gonna shout you out, bro. Hope the Everlast show was everything you hoped it to be and more. Shout out to 1992. So anyway,
Minnie moves in with you.
So Minnie moved in, and Marissa had 2 dogs at the time, and my dog was like 3 dogs. It was just a lot, and I personally, I'm the type of person, I don't know if you guys have realized or listened to the podcast, I read into things that may not be there or that are there. I overanalyze everything.
Correct.
And so I made the decision that Minnie was a burden, and Marissa and her husband didn't like Minnie, and she was just too,
Minnie.
Minnie bit, supposedly. Nobody actually saw it, although they had a rambunctious dog in the house. It was all blamed on Minnie that she chewed up a chair.
The side of the cabinet, the drywall.
Yeah, but we never saw her doing it.
Yes, we did. We saw the drywall hanging from her.
I didn't see that.
Shed.
I didn't see.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Anyway, so because of that, Marissa kicked Minnie out, and so I
did not.
So then that holiday season, I brought Minnie down to my mom's house, and ironically, this was 2007. Ironically, it was the last time my entire family was all together. Oh. My grandmother was alive. And I left Minnie there and asked my mom to watch her for a little while until I can get on my feet, get my shit together. I never got on my feet. I'm still gonna get my shit together.
But your mom fell in love with Minnie.
My mother fell in love with Minnie, and she refused to give Minnie back. Not that I asked for her back, but for a bit of time, I was like, that's my dog. My mom's like, she's here for 3 months, and she's my dog now. And then years, shoot to 2019, my mom had to put Minnie down today. And it's a loss for me, it's a loss for my mom, obviously, her companion at her home, and it's just a loss for everybody that knew Minnie, because Minnie was, when you think about a dog that is pure joy and pure love, that's Minnie. You pick her up, she don't bite you. She's just a good dog. She was a good dog. And so I know this, she's not trending on social media. She's trending in my heart. She's trending in our family's heart, friends. Rest in peace, Minnie.
Honestly, I think Pico's a little sad too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Pico was her brother from another litter.
Brother. Yeah.
I like it. Brother from another litter.
I want to say brother from another mother, but they got the same mom.
Another litter is good, though.
Another litter. Yeah.
They have the same parents.
Yeah. Okay, miniature. We loved you. Thank you.
Love you. Thank you, Minnie. And all y'all mofos out there using your privilege, use it in the right way. All right?
Please.
sorry, this podcast is less than 25. Okay, it's gonna be about 25 something minutes because we're about to end it right now. It's a couple more seconds. So Marissa,
Yeah.
it's a good show.
Good show. Tamika.
I know it's a short show, but
Tamika,
yes,
you're enough.
thank you.
And I love you.
I love you. Hey, Marissa,
Hey,
in a couple of days I'm gonna be 45.
how do you feel?
When I leave you right now, I'm gonna go and cry my eyes out.
Because you're going to be 45?
Yes, because I feel like I have not accomplished anything in life.
Bitch.
I'm a waste of space.
Oh my god, stop it.
But that's another show for another day. Where can they find us?
BRF18 on Instagram and Twitter.
Holla.
If Instagram's
Bye,
back
y'all.
up.
Oh yeah. Real quick. What the fuck, Facebook and Instagram? Were they on a real trending shit? Like, they was out for the entire day.
I feel like that's white privilege. It was sabotage, so we couldn't talk about all these white folks going down. But
You
whatever.
think so?
I think so.
What you got against white people? White people.
Nothing.
Huh?
Nothing.
Some of your favorite people are white, right?
Some of my
You
favorite
got some of
people
your
are white.
some of your family. Yeah, I was talking to one of the people that I work with, and she's Dominican, and she concurred that Dominicans and Puerto Ricans don't like each other.
Yeah, I don't know why. They're neighbors. Neighbors always hate each other.
I was like, and how Dominicans gonna share an island with Haitians? Be like, I don't know them.
Yeah, let's talk
Hop
about that.
over the fucking fence like you're the Bachelor.
But like you're the Bachelor. I want to understand that relationship because Haitians and Dominicans
It's color.
They never even acknowledge each other.
It's color.
Like if you didn't look at a map and you didn't know any better, you would swear they're not from the same island.
Color.
Oh.
Race. It plays a big part. It has played a big part in this country. And one of the episodes that I want to do, in the next couple of weeks or so, is about reparations.
Ooh.
All right?
All right.
All right, Holmes. Good
Homie,
talking
I
to
love
you.
you.
I love you too. And, yeah, that's it.
Like this shit and share it with your friends.
Peace.